All right, you've decided you want to go to your first 3-gun match. And what I'd like you to do ahead of time is to go to a match, any 3-gun match, and watch, observe, and recognize. Recognize that you can do it. We're all just human, we're just playing a game. Come join us. So when you get to your first match and you've got your gear, a couple of big things to do. It's like you don't handle your firearms unless you're instructed to do so by the range officer. The range officer runs the range. He is an officer, obey his commands. So when instructed, you will grab any firearm that is part of the stage, make it in the condition that's required. It could be empty, it could be magazine in, bolt back, bolt forward, it could be fully loaded, safety on. Again, follow the instructions of the range officer, paramount importance. Number 2, as we all know, all firearms are loaded all the time. So the muzzle should never sweep anything you're not willing to destroy. Now I don't want to shoot the Burris sign, but considering there's people everywhere else, that's the safest direction I have right now. So you get to your first match, you've read the walkthrough, you've listened to your range officer, you're getting ready to shoot your first stage. A little bit of butterflies, that's a good thing. I've been doing this 30 years. If I don't have just a few butterflies when I start, I'm gonna quit. That is the adrenaline, that is the little rush, that's the push that gets you to go, all right, I'm gonna make this happen. Well, when in your desire to make this thing happen, don't let yourself get out of control, follow your plan. There's a lot of safety rules, and all you gotta do is read the book and you'll recognize them, but the biggest one is, don't put your finger on the trigger till you're ready to shoot, and be aware of the 180. You'll hear that a lot, the 180. What is the 180? Well, if a whole circle is 360 degrees and half a circle is 180. So if I'm downrange, my 180 is 90 degrees from downrange to 90 degrees from downrange. It also is 90 degrees down and 90 degrees up. So if you don't exceed the 180 in any direction, you'll be okay. So finger doesn't go on the trigger till you're ready to shoot. Maintain the understanding of the 180 and don't pass it. And generally there's no reason to ever do that. That's usually a lapse in judgment or a lapse in reasoning just for a moment is all it takes. So the 180 is important, finger off the trigger till you're ready to shoot, and always listen to the range officer. He's the final arbiter at the time of shooting. So make sure you listen to him, ask him questions. None of them say, well, you can't ask any, no, ask questions. You don't know? Ask. Ask another competitor. But generally, the range officer is the man to talk to because he's the one setting the stage and knows what you're supposed to be doing. Follow the rules, you'll have a good time, and you'll be invited back many, many times, maybe for 30 years like me. When you go to abandon a firearm, and boy, that's a horrible term, isn't it? You never want to abandon your firearm. You want to keep them close to you all the time. No, in the world of 3-gun, rifle, pistol, and shotgun, 3 guns, many times you are going to leave a firearm somewhere in a condition that is safe, and there's only 2 conditions. Empty, void of ammunition. That means magazine out, nothing in the chamber. Not even laying on a carrier to be loaded. Empty, void of ammunition is safe or unsafe. There are local rules, different matches have different setups, but for the most part, unsafe with the muzzle pointing in a safe direction, which is all the way confined in the barrel, or completely empty in the barrel with the muzzle pointing in a safe direction. Those are the 2 safe abandonment scenarios. You might find others where you might have a flat table or a small little bucket for a handgun, but generally the same rules apply. Instead of having your handgun dumped in the bottom of the barrel, there's a bucket a little bit further up. It might be a trash can that's been screwed to something. You'll abandon your handgun, what? Void of ammunition or safety on. That's one way to end your match early by abandoning a gun in an unsafe condition, and there's no need for it. Hey shooters, I hope you enjoyed the information we've offered for you. If you have a question, naturally comment below. Like, subscribe, and share. That way everyone gets the benefit of the information we're handing out to you. Yeah, 12 gauge!